whatever a black person tell you, cut it down about 25%.
No.
Yes.
Let's come up with an example.
Like when them niggas be in the strip club and they be like, yo, we threw $1 million in the strip club. Like, shut up. You know how much $1 million in ones is? You threw 40,000.
What is happening right now?
Oh, you never seen that? You never seen when they had them strip-a-thons?
Did you know I've never been to a strip club in my life?
You need to grow up.
I'm grown. I'm grown and saved. I told you why. I feel like the day that I decide to go into a strip club, that's the day Jesus Christ comes back.
What if Jesus is in the strip club?
He is. I think that he saved strippers too. He definitely saved hoes back in his day.
Why
I'm not
wouldn't
saying
he?
strippers are hoes, but I'm just saying he's always, you know,
Mary
reaches
Magdalene
out to the outcast.
Mary Magdalene was a sex worker.
You're right. Sex worker is a more appropriate term.
By the way, nobody could get away with that right now. There's no way that I could run around with a sex worker and people tell me, and I convince people that I'm not sleeping with them. You would not believe that.
I'm just not clear about what's happening. We went from Guinness Book of World Records to the strip club to now you're walking around with sex workers?
No, I'm saying, imagine Jesus telling you right now that he's walking around Mary Magdalene. He's with her all the time. But he's telling you ain't nothing.
Nobody would believe Jesus.
Nobody would believe Jesus.
Yeah. Somebody said, where is this going? Welcome to our conversations. It's going nowhere. Welcome.
I see Michael Blackson in here. Salute to Michael Blackson. I saw Clark Kent in here. Strip clubs do be popping.
Clark Kent.
I can't believe you never been to a strip club. That's crazy.
I don't understand why you haven't listened to the fact that I've said repeatedly that I'm a church girl, and that's what happens. Now,
but strip clubs are great for networking. Strip clubs are good for food.
I had a boyfriend that used to tell me he went for chicken wings.
He probably was telling the truth. Not really, but once again,
come on, bro.
That's when you got to put the black roundup on something.
Wait, let me tell you. Let's just talk for a minute about this. Naja Mix is in the comments. Do you know what she said in the comments? Naja Mix in here. Who shouts himself out like that?
That what she said?
Yes. Scroll back and look at it. It's ridiculous.
I bet you Naja need her head done. You know how I know Naja need her head done?
No, she just got her braids done.
I don't believe that. Naja don't never show herself on them Zooms.
I think Naja be asleep. If I was to be on
Zoom, Naja be on them Zooms with just her picture. She don't never show her face on them Zooms. I ain't seen Naja in months.
And then she just said, y'all were shooting out people. Jesus Christ. Not shooting out people.
Michael Blackson said 67.8% of all church girls end up as strippers.
Well, I guess I'm in the 30-something%. What percentage is that? 33%? Right?
Huh?
What are you doing? Are you reading the comments?
I read one. It was stupid. I was like, what the hell just happened?
Okay, well, can we talk about this for a minute? I think we should talk about this. We didn't talk about what we were going to talk about today, but I have two things I really want to talk about. The first thing I really want to talk about is why we did not have sibling rivalry last week.
Why didn't we have it last week?
We was fighting for real.
I was not fighting. You be fighting.
Yes, we were. Leonard, we were not getting along last week.
You be fighting yourself.
Okay, don't do that. I will call
It's the truth. You be fighting yourself.
Leonard, you can't do that. We had a whole good mediation session. You can't do that.
You wanted to do that.
But that's because we needed it. At the end of it, don't you think that we needed it?
You needed it, and I always need Yachty. Yachty, salute to Yachty. You needed it, but I always need Yachty. Yachty is our sacred purpose coach.
Yeah.
But you needed it. Angela had a whole beef with me in her head. I'm like, all right. I don't story of my life.
That is so like, I wish I could run the tape back. That's not even fair. We're about to have a fight on here.
You had a whole beef with me in your head. It
no.
didn't even exist.
We had a beef because I was definitely in my feelings. Last week was hard, I think, for a lot of us. You have also been experiencing, I think, the challenges of like all of Black folks, right? And I think that as a result, we were both not our best selves. And as a result of us not being our best selves, we were in a little conflict.
I was not in no conflict with you.
I cannot believe this. I'm about to call Yadi and put it on speaker.
You had beige rage. You had beige rage last week. You was shadow boxing. You was swinging. I just sat there and watched you swing. I was cool.
You know, I'm just praying.
Right now, you done worked yourself up for no reason.
I'm just gonna
you know what I told her last week, y'all? I said, you crazy and you want me to be crazy. And I'm not going to be crazy with you in this moment. See? Look at you.
I'm so disgusted with you right now.
Why? For what? See what I'm saying?
Because this is not accurate.
That's exactly what happened.
You said that, but then you also said other things. You said that Yadi has this thing where she told us, like, I wasn't home within myself. Like, I wasn't myself. And then you said that you felt like you were not either.
But it had nothing to do with you.
I'm not saying that it was about me. I'm saying that both of us not being our best selves meant there was conflict. And yes, you hurt my feelings too.
No, I guarantee you I'm not the only person that hurt your feelings last week. Nigel. Call me, Naja. Naja
will tell Naja's in the comments as proof.
How many times Angela cried last week about somebody or something?
Ask Naja who hurt my feelings last week. Ask Naja.
Everybody.
Nope. It's not true. Well, anyway, it's fine. So Naja's in here, hopefully. You know, she got her Wind Down Wednesdays. You
ever seen that video of Pretty V fighting Corona?
Somebody said, just say sorry, Negro. Huh, agreed. No, but where's the thing? Where's the mindfulness cards?
I got a bunch.
Yeah, we need to just do a devotional. We just gonna start over, y'all.
Oh,
hi, Lil Duval. I probably would hate you. He said I would hate him. She would hate me.
Oh, Duval would drive you crazy. If I drive you crazy, Duval would drive you crazy.
I just need him to be on my side right now.
If I drive you crazy for no damn reason, Duval would drive you crazy.
No, you don't all the time. It was just last week. Seriously.
Who calling you?
I don't know.
Naja. I ain't seen Naja comment. I see somebody said, Naja, what happened? What you mean? Why everybody telling me to say sorry? Y'all are crazy. People be having you think, yo, Angela had me thinking I pissed somebody off.
You did the same thing to me. You did the exact same thing to me.
Angela had me texting somebody asking them like, "Hey man, did I do something to you? Did I say something to you? Did you take this the wrong way?"
You did the same thing to me.
That person replied she wasn't gonna block you, but she was hurt by you. The person texted me back and said, "No, we was just having a conversation. You just exchanging ideas."
And you did the same thing to me, did you not?
No, not really. All I said
when we get off this call, we calling him in.
All I said was somebody had some concerns. That's all I said.
Yeah, and then when I asked, they said I ain't say all that. We gonna call him in after this.
You probably called and put that black round.
Somebody said you never recognize my feelings. How do you feel about that?
Like, man, what are you talking about? You probably Somebody said Angela Boyd. Just apologize. Oh, let me read this, man.
We made up. We fine.
Don't make assumptions.
That's a good one.
Discern the truth. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. Look at God. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personally, then we react by sending emotional poison with our word.
That's what you did.
This creates a whole big drama for nothing. God wanted you to hear that.
Do you think that God wanted you to hear that, Jackass? Amanda, there's Amanda. No, there goes Amanda. There goes Amanda. Amanda's in here. Amanda, did he or did he not have me thinking that we was in a whole ass fight last week?
No.
He just tried to say that I did that to him, but then I said no, he did it to me too. Tell him. Didn't he create a fight? No, Amanda, tell him.
What I said she has concerns. You
And
probably called.
No, you
probably
said
called
she
and
had
put the black
concerns with
roundup.
me.
I don't remember the with me part. I don't
Somebody
think I
said,
said
is Angela single? No, if I'm not single. Next.
I don't think I said with me. But
No.
either way,
You said, look, Amanda said absolutely. You said that Amanda had concerns with me.
but I bet you called Amanda and put that
her.
black roundup on it. I bet you called her and said, I heard that we got beef.
No, Amanda knows better. Me and Amanda, we not doing that because we know you, number one. Number two, we are bonded through you. That's how we became sisters. So it's fine. Just the bottom line is we did the exact same thing to each other because we was both mad at each other. But you are on your shit right now. That's cool.
I was not mad at you. Why do you?
Amanda, can you please tell us that he was mad at me?
Amanda, please tell Charlamagne he was mad at me.
Where is Amanda? Because you were like we had a mediation.
Please tell Charlamagne he was mad at me. I was not mad at you.
That does sound crazy, but Amanda will tell you. Amanda not gonna lie.
I was not mad at you. I'm just sitting there looking at the phone like, all right, here she go. We do listen. NYCB said y'all need group therapy.
Amanda, tell him he was too acting like he was mad at me, and then he tried to put you in it. Can you please tell him that?
No, that didn't happen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since you have
Angela told me I attacked somebody. You going?
I did feel like you were attackish. She said he was perturbed. Exactly. Now let's move on.
Okay. Read your devotion.
Lying in here. Like, oh no, I was just in my Deepak. I wasn't feeling anything. I was in my breathing exercises. I was completely calm. Nothing was wrong with me. You could never bother me. I am totally fine. It is all good. I am great. Nothing ever happened.
You can't steal my joy.
I don't want to steal your joy. I want you to have more joy.
Behind the smoke, what's happening?
Huh?
Oh, yeah, Amanda said, tell Angela I said when I text you. Amanda said, don't you ever motherfucking tell nobody that I can't. Let me tell her. Like, don't you ever do that shit again. I said, and what I said, Amanda, I said, you right, I apologize.
Good. So you were stirring up shit everywhere.
No, I understand. Amanda had a point. You didn't have no point. No.
I can't.
Amanda had a very valid reason to feel that way and to tell me that. You made up something in your head.
No, I saw. So what I think, I don't know what, like, I don't know what, you know what it is? You've been on Zoom calls all day and you're tired, so you're not at home within yourself right now. But I'm at home.
When I did,
I want you to know I was at the comma. I was not at the period of my sentence.
I'm sorry.
What I was saying was, I feel like you might not be at home within yourself today. So you don't know that you actually were not super happy and you actually were frustrated. And I think that I was a target, but I don't think I was the source of the thing. You were taking it out on me, in other words.
I thought I was fine until I spoke to you. And I'm like, wait a minute.
I know you didn't think that.
I had to text the person that you told me I was attacking.
Same thing. You did the same thing to me the day before. You did the same thing to me the day before. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
And asked them that I attack.
I thought you were attackish. I thought you were like that, like you were.
Because we were exchanging ideas.
Nah, no, I don't think so.
I thought.
Anyway, let's move on. Can we talk about? I have somebody else I'd like to attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Amy Klobuchar today got to announce the charges against the new officers.
But they're still trying to make her the vice president. They want her to be Joe Biden.
I'm sorry. I just want to go back this. Wait, I want to go back to this really quick because, I like to be right. Amanda said, none of us are, he just not admitting it, which is why we need to get on a three-way. So now.
What am I not admitting? What did I not
You were mad. Okay, but let's direct this. See, Amanda's with us. Amy K. No way to Amy K, Leonard. No way to Amy K. Why are they trying to prop this white lady up?
because they want her to be the VP, and they think that if Amy Klobuchar is the running mate, then they can go get those rural, moderate white women in the Midwest. Same mistake Hillary made in 2016. Same exact mistake. We're watching the same playbook over and over. That's why we stay on Joe Biden's ass. Amanda said, I'm not admitting I'm not happy. I am happy. At least in the moment. Y'all gonna make me not be happy in a second. Just because I'm gonna start
thinking you're happy.
I'm not happy. You can't
just to...
What happened?
Did you know that when we first started this, you were like, I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired of Zoom. You seemed a little agitated then, but I do think you were mad last week.
I was just tired, but now y'all planting seeds of doubt in my head, and you know you can't do that to a cancer with anxiety, because now I'll be sitting here all of a sudden not happy for no reason.
Well, okay, be happy. But so now let's go back to Amy K. So you feel like you think they really want her to be the VP. Do you know what happened today, though? Do you know what's so wrong with this? So she announced this. The black attorney general in Minnesota did not get to announce that he was pressing charges on the case that was just assigned to him. Keith Ellison.
Okay.
And she instead announced it. That's like erasure. That is the definition of it. She doesn't have anything to do with it. They're trying to save her prosecutorial record and let her look like the hero when she had nothing to do with it.
You had nothing to do with it. You let I think, if I'm not mistaken, she had over 24 over 24 times that officers killed.
Could have been prosecuted.
Yeah, for killing unarmed black people.
And they were not. Reverend Al asked her on his show on Sunday how many of the cases she tried against officers resulted in convictions. You want to know how many made it out the damn grand jury?
How much? See what I'm saying? That's why
see what I'm saying.
That's why I be on these people's head, because we're never going to end oppression. You're never going to end police brutality if you don't dismantle that mechanism called white supremacy. And when you have somebody like, Joe Biden, who has spearheaded the war on drugs and mass incarceration, right? He's been so tough on crime. Why would you add another tough on crime person to your ticket like that?
It's crazy. And Amanda's in here saying that my dislike is not. I'm not hating on her. You can call me a hater. If me being a hater on Amy K means that we get somebody on the ticket that actually cares about black people, call me a hater. But what I'm relying on is the fact that the very officer who killed George Floyd was once one of the officers that the county attorney's office had the opportunity to prosecute, and she did not ensure that happened. That man should have been off the streets. So if you're calling me a hater for that, that's what it is. What'd you say?
This is second black body.
Yeah.
This is second black body. That same guy, Derek, what's his name? Derek, whatever, that white devil.
Derek Chauvin.
Derek Chauvin killed a brother in 2006.
It's
shot
ridiculous.
And killed somebody in 06. That's
and
his
meanwhile,
second black body.
She, I know she went on Breakfast Club, but for the most part, she has avoided. Didn't she?
No, Amy Klobuchar never been on Breakfast Club.
Why did I think you told me you talked to her?
I told you that's she's her and Tulsi Gabbard the only ones who didn't come.
No, it was her and Tulsi and Joe Biden until the other day.
Yeah, there you go.
He didn't go during the primary. I could have swore you told me Amy went, and I just missed it. Okay, well then that makes my point even more. What I was getting ready to say was she hadn't done any black press until this black man died. So now you're talking to us?
She's garbage, man. She's garbage. She's garbage, and it's not. It would be a real slap in the face if after everything that happened in Minneapolis, they make Amy Klobuchar the running mate still.
I'm telling you right now.
But listen, he might want to lose.
If he picks her, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yes.
If he picks Amy Klobuchar, that is exactly what's going to happen.
Joe Biden needs to bet on black. He needs to lean all the way into blackness. Like I said on Anderson Cooper last night.
You should say lean black. Get it? Get it? Lean black.
Black.
Lean black. Get it? That's kind of fresh.
We're not going to do that. Don't do that. No.
No? Lean. What if I do like that? Lean black.
You look like somebody mama driving their child to school, trying to sound hip, trying to bond with them in the morning while y'all listening to terrestrial radio. And they
It
threw
sounds
back.
accurate. It feels accurate.
They threw
Lean
back the
black.
fat lean back. But no,
We
he
can make
really
up a
does.
dance.
He does need the lean black though.
Yeah.
No, he does. He does need the lean black.
Steve Hammond in here said he needs to pick Obama as VP. Obama not
No,
coming back for this.
stop. That's stupid. You don't need that. It's like 5 overly qualified sisters he could pick. Stacey Abrams, Senator Kamala Harris, Val Demings, Keisha Lance Bottoms.
They also been talking about Karen Bass, who's also a member of Congress. They've been talking about Congresswoman Marsha Fudge. They have a long list. And I told you what my fear was.
What?
They've been saying so many black names. I feel like they're running them by black people who the campaign talks to. And then they'll be like, oh, we had so many black women. And the blacks couldn't all agree on a person. So we had to pick a white lady.
No. I did like his speech in Philadelphia.
That's my conspiracy theory.
I did like his speech. But I liked his speech in Philadelphia the other day.
You did?
Yeah, I mean, it was 22 minutes. I liked it. I liked it because he touched on everything that we've been trying to get him to touch on. You know, he talked about an economic justice plan for black people. He talked about, you know, atoning for the sins of the past. He talked about police reform. He was talking about Hakeem Jeffries' bill. Like he was just really leaning into blackness, not leaning far enough, but leaning enough.
You know what concerns me, Leonard?
What?
He had this really unique opportunity. I think he still has it, given everything that's going on. And shout out to all of you who are like in the streets protesting. The people who just like spend a lot of time with me coming up with solutions. Just a moment ago, like I just appreciate the fact that when tragedy strikes, black people lean into solving the problem. But I was gonna say that he has this really unique opportunity to one, rectify the criminal justice record that he has, and then also really making people aware of just how bad systemic oppression and racism has been in this country. And I think the speech was fine, but it wasn't groundbreaking. It wasn't
groundbreaking, but he not that kind of groundbreaking type of speaker though. The only way that he could be groundbreaking is to do radical legislative change. Like he's not going to ever give a speech that fires people up. He's going to have to fire people up through his actions.
Do you think, I mean, I feel like he can support broad and sweeping legislative change, but of course, as the executive, he wouldn't be proposing the legislation. He could tell them what he would sign into law immediately, but like, I just think there are still things that he can call for right now, like he called for a vote on Hakeem's bill, like he said that he supports what the CBC is doing, but he also could say, I'm clear about the fact that what's happening on the streets has everything to do with the system that I helped to architect through those crime bills, like the 6 bills. And I'm just like, why wouldn't you take this opportunity to reverse course on those too?
He kind of did that yesterday. He kind of did that yesterday. He just didn't give himself no credit for it. He just was like, you know, we gotta rid ourselves of systemic racism, but he didn't necessarily take personal accountability for his role in it. And that's the problem. Like, I don't give a fuck who y'all vote for. I don't give a fuck who y'all vote for. I don't give a fuck who y'all vote for. If that person is not approaching the position to say, hey, I am going in this position to dismantle white supremacy, if he's not willing to give up some of his power and some of his privilege in order to make this thing called white supremacy go away, then it's pointless.
Well, and I think, like, my point is not about, I'm not ever going to tell people, like, I don't support Donald Trump by any stretch. And I think it sucks that the person that made it out of the primary has been so non-committal with us. I think the point that I'm leaning in on is, like, if he does not substantially change course, he's going to lose because he's not going to get enough people turning out to vote for him.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know why this is such, like, rocket science for people. Like, literally, 2012, 2016, 4.4 million people that were registered to vote in 2012 and voted in 2012 did not show up in 2016. More than a third of them were black. And these were in the key swing states. Why is this such rocket science for people? Like, why are people complicating this?
Well, I think the challenge is, and this is the thing I keep telling you, and we were talking about it again yesterday because somebody said it about you, like the power of your voice and the influence you have. I don't think you always understand. Like, even when you're just venting, like you just venting and saying something can move the needle on whether or not somebody does something. You know, I like somebody just put in here, Joe Biden is poison, Trump is poison. I think there's a tremendous difference. Donald Trump just called the goddamn military out on people, getting people shot in the street so he would go pose in front of a church with the Bible. Like, we're talking about, you've been talking about the fascism that is Donald Trump for how long?
I agree.
I think it's important that we don't create a false equivalence, but we also hold him accountable for his past.
Hold on now. Let's do, if you're gonna have honest conversation, you gotta have honest conversation.
Yeah.
Joe Biden, you know, he said some wild shit this week. He said, you know, we don't want to shoot people in the chest. Let's shoot them in the leg. It's like, no, Joe, we don't want police shooting nobody whatsoever.
Yeah. That's real.
And I think that, you know, one of those guys is intentional with his white supremacy, and the other one is unintentional with his white supremacy.
Yeah,
I don't think either one. I don't think either one of them
of the system.
Yeah, and neither one of them want to concede power, and they're not going to concede power. And well, Joe's definitely not going to concede power unless we demand it, unless we surround him with the right people. And you know, he has a Lyndon B. Johnson change of heart where he starts creating this legislation you know that moves us forward.
Well, then he agrees to sign that legislation into law, right, is the point. And I think that the reality of it is we're so far out from the election that we're talking about holding him accountable. No, for the 3,000th time.
No, I said plenty time.
Oh, plenty time. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you said for the 20th time. But at the end of the day, we're talking about holding him accountable so that he does right by the voters who saved him. That's the point. So
my man behind the smoke said some real shit. He said our vote is important to him so he can be swayed. That's all I'm trying to say.
That's all we're talking about.
Huh? That's why we putting pressure. Like, no, this by the way, we're also putting pressure not just because we want things, but because he's not going to win if he doesn't do these things.
That's it.
I was on Anderson Cooper last night with David Axelrod. David Axelrod is Barack Obama's former senior strategist.
Senior advisor and former, he led the campaign both times. Yep.
So when I said what I said about how he needed to lean into blackness and yada, 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 David Axelrod was like, absolutely. Because Anderson asked him, he said, do you think Joe Biden's capable of doing that? David Axelrod said absolutely, and he has to.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You ain't got to listen to me because I ain't got no haircut in the list. But goddamn, listen to David Axelrod.
No, you do too have a list.
I just said that. You can't hear.
I thought you said I don't have a haircut in a list.
I might have said that.
You did.
But I ain't mean to say that, though. That wasn't my intention. My intention was to say I don't have a haircut, but I have a list.
Yeah, that's more clear.
Somebody said, get Farrakhan on the Breakfast Club. Farrakhan is not speaking until July 4th. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is not speaking until July 4th.
What happens on July 4th?
He has a word to deliver.
What happens on July 4th?
He has a word to deliver to the. He has a word to deliver to the world.